That's probably why. Oh, shit, we're live. Vinny Tortorich here. Hey man, if you're a fan of Izzy, you might be a fan of me too. I'm the guy that gets people to lose a lot of weight. I have something free for you guys. This is no clickbait. Just go to VinnyTortorich.com and there's a big banner. It's a free PDF, how to lose weight. It's an intro guide to NSNG at VinnyTortorich.com. Go check it out exclusively for anyone who listens to Izzy Presley. Thank you.
Replay Guitar Exchange is your premier independent guitar store. Being independent is good. With all of the major brands, including new, vintage, and pre-owned, you can find the guitar, bass, amp, or accessory you are dreaming of. From vintage to the newest models, Replay Guitar Exchange can help you find that perfect piece. They have industry veteran expert staff, all players like you down to the owner. You aren't just getting a great guitar, you're getting the Replay difference. Find them online at replayguitar.com and find your dream guitar today.
All right.
If you need to promote your band or business, or just want to stylize, personalize, or customize your ride, check out vid-decals.com. Want to create and customize your own stickers representing your band, or make your own bumper sticker? Vid Decals can do it. All stickers are printed on quality vinyl and can be placed on any flat surface. Stickers are an affordable way to promote your band or business. Go to vid-decals.com to get started. That's vid-decals.com. vid-decals.com.
Hi, this is Bobby Brown, and welcome to another fucking podcast.
You kids with your loud music and your Dan Fogelberg, your Zima, hula hoops, and Pac-Man video games, don't you see? People today have attention spans that can only be measured in nanoseconds.
See, son, old legends never die. They just lose weight.
Like a legend and an out-of-work bum with a lot of life.
Yes, it is party time. Hello, Hollywood. Hello, world. Hello, my loyal minions. It is good to see you, and it's always good to be seen. Izzy Presley has returned for another effing podcast. Yes, that's me, and yes, I'm deciding I'm talking in a third person tonight. Just for shits and giggles, why not? Jeremy Asbrock from the Ace Frehley Band and the Gene Simmons Band and the Rock and Roll Residency will be joining us in just a second. Do make sure you hit up all of the social media at Real Izzy Presley, is all the entertainment stuff all the way across the board, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And of course, the show page is another effing podcast. Get on all those, hit that shop button, buy shit, support the show. That's how I make this thing roll, is you guys sharing and supporting and donating if you want. Izzy Presley at Yahoo is your PayPal. You don't have to. I would never charge you for this stuff, but, you know, it is what it is. Don't forget, next Wednesday night, Hollywood, California, Halloween night, the big Soundcheck live show. And yes, I am the MC of that. Let me crack my monster here really quick. That means I was going to jerk off, crack my monster. Oh, Ferlazzo's listening. What's up, buddy? I'm just talking about you right now, Ferlazzo. The almighty Ferlazzo. And, He is the MD of Soundcheck Live, which is happening next Wednesday night, Hollywood and Highland. That's right. Come on down. Big free show. And of course, you know, the big news is I get to perform. Yes, that's right. Doing a couple songs with some buddies, and it's going to be fun. But I'm your MC all night long. It's going to be a blast, and the amount of talent that we have at those things is just unfreaking believable. No cover. Come on down to Lucky Strike Live in Hollywood and Highland. And give Ferlazzo a hug. He enjoys those hugs. All right, Jeremy Asbrock from the Ace Frehley Band is going to be joining us right now as soon as we can get this audio thing going. Jeremy, talk to me for a second. I got nothing. I don't know what in the hell this is. Okay, there's this. Soundflower 2, Soundflower that, Soundflower back on 2, channel 1. Oh, I wonder if stereo.
Check,
I don't.
check,
oh,
check.
There we are.
Check.
We got him. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Hey, everybody. All
What's
right.
going on, man?
Oh, not much, man. Just waiting to head out to the cruise in like a week now. I think.
Shit, that's right. You guys got the Kiss cruise. You've traded cruises.
Yeah, well, no, this is Ryan and I have done every Kiss cruise except for one, and he did that one also. So I've done every Kiss cruise except for one, but Ryan's done them all.
Okay, because
So, Izzy, this is going to be my 22nd rock cruise.
Holy shit, that is freaking unbelievable.
I never imagined that cruises would be a significant portion of my annual income.
Right. Yeah, well, it's weird because Did we meet on the very first Monsters of Rock?
I think that was when we had contact because it was because of the Kiss Jam, and
okay.
In touch with each other.
Because I know I met Topher on one of because the first two cruises I was on there with the radio station, and I think I had met Topher, and then he turned me on to you. I don't remember. It was so many beers ago. So many like liver convulsions ago.
It was Kiss related. I remember.
Yes. Yeah, because the very first cruise that I worked, we did the Cruiser Jam, and you did a couple Kiss songs. You and Topher. Yeah. Oh my God. So shit. Before we get into everything, I mean, let's talk. Let's talk this Ace Frehley thing. It's like out of fucking nowhere. You know, it's like you guys are on tour with Gene, and then all of a sudden you go on tour with Gene and Ace, and it's almost like you got traded, mid-tour.
Something like that. I certainly could not have predicted that happening. I mean,
right?
It's still kind of like a crazy dream. I couldn't have predicted any of this. It's just, I mean, imagine you. I'm just a regular Kiss fan like you are. I mean, put yourself in, I mean, that's exactly how I feel if you put yourself in those shoes. It's so fun.
Right.
No, man, Gene and Ace are both really fun. They're really cool. Way cooler than maybe the media portrays them to be. Who knows? Maybe I'm maybe I'm blowing their cover.
Well, no, dude. I mean, it's great as a Kiss fan. It's and somebody I've had an interaction with Gene. I never got introduced to Gene, or I never met Gene, but I had an interaction with Gene, and it was classic Gene. Have I ever told you my Gene Simmons story?
I don't know if you have, and if you did, it was probably on the cruise, and
we drink. Ferlazzo just texted me. I am allowed to announce that on a Halloween night we will have Orianthi joining us, and also the debut of Diamante. Yes, she's a very, very talented singer, and Orianthi, well, of course, we all know is an amazing guitar player. So anyways, my Gene Simmons story. It was the convention tour, 95, I think that was. Yes. And we were staying at the hotel in Bloomington, Minnesota, and the next morning I got up and I needed a Mountain Dew because I was hungover and shit, and I'm wearing my convention shirt. I'm wearing my Kiss hat. I look like a complete fucking rube, like as we all did that were there. And all of a sudden the elevator opens up and Gene's in the elevator. And I'm just like, oh, Daddy. And he's like, oh, come along. So we get on there and I mumble something. And then we go down to the lobby and all of a sudden I'm sitting in a fucking chair on a couch having a conversation with Gene Simmons. And it's just fanboy stuff. Gene, do you think that you could find a specific show like on video? Cause you fucking, you make videos and stuff. And he's like, it'd be like finding a needle in a haystack. It's like, okay. And all of a sudden this chick comes walking up and I'm like, oh, this is over. And this chick comes walking up, and Gene gets up and goes, "Excuse me." I'm like, "Oh yeah, okay, nice chatting, Gene." And gives her a big hug, and she's like, "How are you?" He goes, "I'm fine. How are you?" She's like, "I'm good." And then Gene goes, "Did you get laid last night?" And she goes, "Yes. Did you?" And Gene goes, "Of course." It's like that's my Gene Simmons experience.
Yeah. He wouldn't do that now.
No.
He'd say something totally different to that girl.
Yeah, it's funny. I was hanging out with Keith LaRue on my birthday, and he was like, "Yeah, we have to help him." Gene, you can't say that anymore. I can't say that anymore.
He's getting better.
Yeah, well, it gets a little training. Being married probably has a lot to do with it as well. But I mean, how did this whole thing happen? You were on tour with Gene, and all of a sudden you're filling in, with Ace on the Australian and the Japanese tour.
And, he was the one that sort of volunteered us for that too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know if Japan was part of their package together. I don't know. Ace is kind of telling a story in the press right now that Gene was originally scheduled to go over for a vault thing. Maybe he was. I don't know. That didn't involve us though, and it just seemed like Japan was something that got added because we were so close, and the Ace hadn't been to Japan in a really long time, and Gene gave his blessing on that, and we did ask permission all the time beyond that, because
right.
I mean, we're his band,
right?
But he told us he pulled me into his dressing room in Sydney and said, I think Ace is going to ask you to do the cruise. By that third show, we kind of hit our stride. It was a little weird that first show in Australia because we didn't rehearse together. It's just we met him on stage. We had a sound check in front of about 150 people, which is kind of awkward,
right? Right.
And yeah, by the third show we hit a stride, and then in Japan, we were doing 2 shows a day and back-to-back days, no days off, and you played with bands. When you play a lot, the cylinders start firing, and I don't know. We all just kind of connected, and
right.
So he asked us if we'd like to do the cruise with him, and well, of course we would like to do the cruise with you, Ace.
Right. So what's the deal? Are you now specifically with Ace because Gene is going on tour with Kiss? I mean, are you not Gene's band anymore? I mean, what? I
mean, if Gene needs a band, we're his band. But
okay.
With the Kiss juggernaut firing up, he's not really going to have any time for solo shows. And
right.
Also, I don't really know why he would want to compete with Kiss.
Right.
Play, deep Kiss songs while Kiss is on a world tour, with a theme. It was a little different before because Kiss has always been doing shows while we've been doing shows with him, but it was just like a European tour, and
right.
It wasn't a big world tour with a name and a theme that was going to require a lot of time and attention. So, I asked him, and, he said we'd probably have to slow down a bit, and it's just crazy how he stepped from one thing right into the next one. No, I didn't expect that to happen.
Right.
But his blessing, so...
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. You said it got better as you guys went, as most bands do. We kind of talked about this, and I talked about this with Ace, which everybody's going to hear in the interview after Jeremy is done, because we're going to be playing my entire interview with Ace from last week on the Monsters of Rock radio show. And talking about how everything's getting played up to speed. Back because Ace for a few years everything was really, really slow, and now like everything's kind of back up to speed.
Yeah, there was actually some stuff that he asked us to slow down. But I don't know if he's going to hear this, but then he started playing it regular speed. It wasn't us.
Okay.
So, I don't know. I'm happy about it, just like you are.
Right.
I felt the same. I always just kind of imagined it was Ace. There was a lot of stuff that Gene asked us to slow down too, because, they both kind of feel like the groove gets lost when you speed it up, and guys like you and me, we're used to hearing the Alive version, right? With a lot of energy and speed. And Gene and Ace are like, yeah, it's the cocaine. So
that's
I
hilarious.
guess that went on Pete, but I don't know. Those are the tempos that we know the songs. So
right. Well, I think that's the tempos that all the fans know the songs too.
Exactly. And like our particular band, our goal is to play it the way the fans know it. That's the way we hear it, and so that's kind of our MO.
Well, yeah, and the first time that you guys played with Ace was a year ago in St. Paul at that charity thing, right?
It'd be kind of neat to go back in time a year and go, hey, guess what's going to happen?
Right.
Check this out.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking insane, man. I mean, just as a fan, I'm so happy for you. You know, I mean, I can't even imagine. Well, first of all, how did the Gene thing happen? Because it's like, you know, as a fan, it's like you have those dreams about, you know, playing with your favorite band or playing with your favorite artist, knowing that the reality of that actually happening is pretty fucking slim and none.
Really kind of starts with Ryan. You know, Ryan has been friends with Doc for a while, and he's been around the KISS organization. You know, no, I'm not putting this on Doc at all. It's just...
Oh, right,
right. Ryan had a good reputation with the KISS camp because he was friends with Doc, and, you know, he's just been kind of 1 degree away from that circle for a really, really long time. And then when he and I started doing the KISS cruises, you know, we kind of built a reputation for being a good band, and, you know, we played 80s metal covers, but, you know, we played stuff true to the record. So, you know, they'd watch our shows. So they were aware that, you know, we were reliable musicians. And so he had an offer to do those it was Wizard World, not Comic-Con. And they wanted to tie in a show with those. And there were only like 6 of them. So he asked Ryan to put together a band. And, you know, I was a little bit of a shoe-in because we were in Big Rock Show together, and you know, we're all friends under KISS, and you know, Philip is another one of our friends under KISS. You know, and at the time, Gene was just going to sing; he wasn't going to play bass, and luckily, good sense prevailed.
Oh, right,
play bass. So you know, we were all going to just pass around the bass at that point. So when he decided to play bass, it's like, well, you know, you can't get rid of a guy, so let's just keep all of us. Because, you know, he wasn't paying us individually. He was, well, I'm not going to get into our...
Yeah, we don't need to. I mean, just as long as you come off as you're making the most because you want to look the best, that's fine.
But, you know, like having 3 guitar players made sense because it just made it a little different than KISS. We could do harmony guitar solos and not lose the rhythm guitar. And, you know, there's vocals to take into account. So that was kind of how it happened. And then 6 shows turned into 30-something in half the world.
Yeah.
Just after that first real KISS show that we did, like KISS music, because the first show we did was a corporate event. So it was a lot of covers, and it wasn't a KISS crowd. It was kind of more like, you know, Gene the Celebrity. So we played a lot of Motown and Stax and stuff like that.
So it was more like the Paul Stanley Soul Station, except with Gene singing.
Honestly, yes. I guess I'd never even thought about that. But then we did the first show in Cleveland, which was, you know, a KISS audience, and that was when we broke out, you know, Got Love for Sale and did Charisma first time and Almost Human, and yeah, it just picked up a lot of steam after that, and man, what a good time.
I heard about your tricks to get Gene to play songs that he didn't want to play. Are you guys going to be doing that with Ace as well?
I don't know if Ace is into the curveballs like you know,
well, I don't know if you listened to the interview that I give
Gene some credit, man. He will go for it. We could lay something on him that night. Like all of those songs from the first show, we didn't rehearse any of that stuff, and we didn't have lyric sheets then either. And that was, you know, Gene's never sang "Got Love for Sale," and you know,
right.
But man, he was always willing to go for it, and you know, we all kind of have that spirit. You know, with the Residency, we don't rehearse, and it's just kind of go out there and do you know the song or not? You don't? Well, fuck. I don't know. Like you guys, you know, with the sound check show, do you guys rehearse?
Oh God, no. There might be.
You know what I mean?
Well, for lots is going to kill me. No. Sometimes, like at sound check, for sound check live, some stuff will be kind of went over. Like if it's something really, really, really hard, or if it's with the guest curator. or it's just resident band stuff. You know, I mean, but the 99% of what we do, it's all right, learn it, know it, play.
Same here. Same with the Gene Simmons band and same with the new Ace Frehley band. However, we are going to get together and rehearse for the Kiss Cruise because we are pulling out some very, very cool Ace cuts. He already leaked 2, but I'm not telling you the rest.
No, that's fine. I didn't even know what he leaked.
I can't remember, so I'm not going to leak the wrong one.
Well,
if somebody wants to go out there look, and it's out there. He said 2 of them.
Let me guess. It was on Rock Talk.
I have no idea. Yeah. He did a bunch of podcasts this week.
Yeah. But that's one thing I was going to ask you about too, especially with Ace. It's like, are you going to be, giving suggestions and stuff like that? Because his set list has been pretty much the same, swap out new song for old new song, but it's all, pretty much the same thing. Are you guys going to be like, fucking Insane would be pretty cool. Trouble Walking would be cool.
Well, like I said, we're going to rehearse for the cruise and we're bringing out quite a few tunes for that. So, those tunes will automatically be, added to the bag.
Right.
So that'll help.
Right.
I hope so. He knows a little bit about us and, I'm sure he knows a little bit about the feedback that Gene got from his shows. Otherwise I probably wouldn't have hired us.
Right. Yeah, that's so, but obviously you've seen it. Is there going to be like a lot of non-makeup stuff that he might have never played live?
I'm not saying a word.
Damn it.
We can discuss that privately, I guess.
But, okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Anything out in the world that Ace Frehley has not already put out there.
Oh, no, I wouldn't expect you to. But let's go back because before Gene, before Ace, you were with John Corabi for a while.
Yeah.
Are you still with John too? Because I know John's been out with the Daisies and he does like solo acoustic stuff. Does that band still exist?
Well, he never actually broke the band up. So if John calls me and says, "Hey, I've got a show, and are you available on this day?" and I absolutely, I'm doing it. So if John does full band solo shows, he's probably going to call me first. I hope he does.
Okay.
So yes, we haven't really been active because he's been tearing it up.
Yeah,
all the time with the Daisies, and even like this past weekend, he went out. I saw he went out and did acoustic shows, and man, he likes to stay busy. He also bought like this tour bus thing, so he's going to be one of those guys like that retires in his RV and just
that Daisies gig is a good gig.
It's funny. He's like, I bought a tour bus for shows, and I'm like, book some.
Right?
Hear that, John? I'm talking to you.
I know. If I win the Mega Millions tonight, the 1.6 billion, I may do that myself, but I'll be the rich Australian guy. Fuck it. Why not?
It's funny. I was actually joking with a friend about the same thing. Like, we all kind of want the same thing. Like, good on the guy. If I had $1 billion, I'd buy my way onto the Kiss tour too.
Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah. How did you originally?
Man, like, he has assembled like a good collection of musicians. Like, they're a good band.
Yeah.
They get to write their own songs. Like, it's a pretty good deal.
Oh, I know. They write music. They're able to put music out. People go to the shows. People buy the music. It's not, going platinum or anything, but nobody is. So. Fucking good on him, man. I love it. That's the guy that's following his rock and roll dream, and I'm all about that because that's what we're all doing.
But I haven't seen him in a while, so John, I miss you. Let's play some rock and roll sometime.
I always joke that he hates me.
Oh,
I know he does. I know he doesn't. But I always joke. I ran into it at the Rainbow after their last show. I'm like, dude, I fucking return an email sometime. He's like, I'm never at home.
He's not.
I know.
Well, don't feel offended. He doesn't return my messages either.
Bruce checking in saying David Lowy can play too. Well, that helps.
Well, I mean, of course he can. Look who he plays with. I mean,
Yeah, you have to.
yeah.
You have to. Bruce actually had a question from earlier. Jeremy, what do you think of the Mega Cruise? Bit heavy for your style, or fuck it, get me on?
Well, I'm not on the Mega Cruise. It'd be a fantastic time. I like some heavy metal, and all my friends are on it, like yourself and Mr. Luke Carl and Larry Moran, the Master of Ceremonies.
Yep. Stupid Brian Ott.
Oh, stupid Brian Ott.
We love Brian Ott.
He's not stupid.
No, I know. I couldn't think of anything else to throw in front of there to pick on him with. So stupid was the first thing that came to my mind.
Tell the world that he wears like denim underwear on the beach.
This is true. There's photographic evidence of this.
I
Yes,
did see that. It's kind of horrific, actually.
I
Don't
know.
do that anymore.
I know. Well, it's not as bad as the Mankini. That's something I'm never going to live down. With John, I mean, how did the John thing happen? Was that just being around Nashville and?
I mean, it's a growing community, but it's still pretty small, and it's been quite a few years now. Honestly, I can't remember how we met each other. Philip played with him first. He did a few gigs with him, but Philip was touring with a country artist at the time, which was, kind of like his day job. So, he couldn't really make any commitment to John. But I was not touring with a country artist, so...
hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I fucking love country. And people buy tickets to country shows. A lot of people do.
They sure do.
And they buy country music. Good for them.
So, I was the other blonde guy. So, I don't know. We started, let's see, it was 2014 Monsters. That was my first one. That was like kind of my first series of gigs with him, too.
Okay. That would have been my first one as an artist. So, yeah, that would have been the first time I met you. Now that I figured that all out. Good.
And
excellent.
that was when that the Kiss Jam was. The Kiss Cruiser Jam thing was.
Yes. We did Shock Me and Rip It Out.
I would never have remembered that. I do remember being sober, but I don't remember what we played. I do remember Ron Keel being on stage and then just leaving, and you were like, "Where's Ron? Where's Ron? Where the fuck did Ron go? He left? Oh, okay, he left. I guess I'm gonna sing this one."
Yeah. There was, I guess Ron didn't understand that it wasn't all pros up there. And one of the guys
he did the most professional thing possible and left.
Yep. Well, and he apologized later for it. Well, I'm sure the guy was nervous and he was trying to tune his guitar. All of a sudden he's on stage with Ron Keel, nerves hit the guy. It's all right. Shit happens, I mean, the one thing that I remember the most about that show was Courtney went up to play Detroit Rock City and she was fucking hammered and she couldn't play or remember the song. So I had to save the day and take the guitar from her and shine on the solo.
All right.
I just go to my grave with that for no good reason. I don't know. But yeah, man, that was fun, man. It was fun. And that was kind of how we met and how we became friends. So there's that.
Now we're old friends.
Now we're old friends, yes. And now all we do is just kind of follow around Eddie Trunk and make fun of him and try to get him drunk.
Oh, Eddie, I don't make fun of you.
Oh, see, Scotty checking in from Canada. Take off. 2014 was my first as well. Loved the Karabi sets on the cruise, the acoustic in the atrium, and standing in the stairs. Oh, yeah. All right.
Oh, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah, very well. Are you working on any original music? Or I mean, not with Ace, just personally. Is there anything that you're working on that people need to know about?
All right. I feel like I'm backed in a corner right now. This is something that I'm usually kind of tight-lipped about. So Philip and I have actually had a 5-song EP that we did with Michael Wagner, and it's been finished for maybe 2 years. And we're actually going in about 2 months to re-record this instrumental that we did with somebody else, and then I think we're going to put it out next year. So yes, there is some. We don't really do it a lot just because, man, we're so busy playing guitar for other people at this stage. You know, we did a lot of that, you know, years ago. Mm-hmm. Anyway, the answer is yes, there is something there. We're going to do one more and probably put it out next year.
Is there a name for the project yet? Or
Man, honestly, I think we're just going to call it The Rock and Roll Residency because that's how everybody knows us. I know it doesn't make sense because a residency is a recurring show.
Right.
But, you know, fuck it. What are we going to do? Come up with a new band name for somebody to, you know, get to know us?
Yeah. Well, let's talk about
that. To me makes less sense than naming after a show that happens every week that, you know, honestly lately hasn't because, you know, members of KISS and former members of KISS are taking up a lot of our time.
Right. Well, you guys don't have people filling in for you? You guys have people filling in for you, right?
No way, dude.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You know, the Rock and Roll Residency is me and Philip and Jared and Judd and Ryan and all of our whoever is in and out of our group. But
right.
No, it doesn't really work like that. If me and Philip are out of town, it's not happening.
Okay. Why don't you just call it the Jerry Polk Band?
Because then he'd have to find the musicians.
No, I was talking about the CD.
I mean, you know, putting on a weekly show is a lot of work.
Yes.
Moving parts and, you know, we have guest singers in addition to, you know, the songs that we sing. And, you know, it's very cool. We've been doing it for 4.5 years now. And we've gone from this little patio at this Irish pub to, you know, one of the cool venues in town. And it just honestly was just going to be a month thing. And Chuck Garrick was our first bass player, and, you know, it was going to be April of 2014. You know, Philip and I had suddenly had an empty month in April, and we had a lot of tribute bands in town, and it's like, well, man, let's try a weekly thing for a month. We can just draw from our tribute band well, and, you know, we definitely have enough material.
Right.
And so we started at the top of a street called Division, which is where Music Row starts.
Okay.
I'd seen a band do a residency at this place before, so I knew that they were open, and I didn't really want to do something at, you know, one of the music venues in town. I wanted it to be out of the box a little bit, so it was more of a hang than a show. Mm-hmm. You know, like Cat House. I'd always heard about Cat House, and, you know, Cat House. It was on a weeknight, and it wasn't like a concert. It was a hang. Mm-hmm. And it went really well, so well that they just asked us to stay. And we knew there'd be holes on Tuesdays for when people were touring and out of town, whatever. And we just worked it out, and it grew and grew. And I got to jam with a lot of my heroes, and, you know, people formed friendships, and got together, and people got married, and people had kids, and people started bands, and grudges were buried. It was just so much cooler than the actual music on stage, which was pretty fucking badass too.
Right.
So I really just never could have foreseen this thing lasting almost 5 years and growing into this, you know, kind of international thing, because we've done all these cruises, and, you know, we've sold all over the fucking world. You know, it was a trip playing Osaka with Ace and looking out in the crowd and seeing the Rock and Roll Residency.
Oh my God, that's fucking awesome.
It's, you know, this just some little idea I had because I was fucking desperate one month. Hey, we're desperate this month. Let's try a desperate move.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
You know, eventually we'll do another Tuesday show here again.
That's right. You guys have been off for a little while.
Man, well, like I said, this whole Ace thing kind of surprised us. You know, it wasn't planned. It just kind of happened after the Australia-Japan run. So, yeah, the cruise came up, and then we did the Good Day New York show with him last week.
Yeah, how did that go?
Man, what a trip. waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to be at the TV station at 7, and Ace walks in, just as fucking chipper and awake as the rest of us. We never actually ran through the song completely. Like, Philip was in Spain, Ryan and Paul Simmons, who played drums on that, 3 of us got together and made sure we were good on an ending because there was a fade out. But we never ran through that song as a band.
Holy shit.
Philip got home. We all flew to New York the next day, got there, and even Ace was kind of running through it backstage because his band has never done it.
Right.
So that's the first time he's done it also. But they didn't give us any rehearsal time. We would get to just check our shit in between commercial breaks because it's live news.
Yeah.
So we'd play for 90 seconds. Okay, guys, you have to stop. And then 90 more seconds. Okay, guys, you have to stop. So we would rehearse the song in sections, but never played it all the way through until we were live on television.
Oh, my God. I haven't watched it yet. I always forget. I was looking for it that day, and I couldn't find it.
Man, I can't find a high-quality version. Some friends recorded it off their television or computers or whatever, so I've seen a recording of a screen, and
those are always the worst.
I thought it was pretty good considering, we never ran through the fucking song all the way through. I thought it was great. And then we did New York Groove also, and I believe there's a clip of that one that's out there.
Oh, of course.
No, it was great. It all went really good. But I think that's why Ace likes us, because we are really into details and nuances, and man, you can throw us into situations on the fly, and that's just kind of the niche that we've carved out for ourselves is.
Right. Well,
playing stuff on the fly, like with Gene, Hey, can we play All the Way tonight? Yes, we can.
Yeah.
All the Way tonight.
That was the one thing that Ace told me during the interview when we were talking about you guys is it's he said it was actually during 2000 Man, and I heard these backup vocals coming from both sides, and it's I felt like I was playing with Gene and Paul again. And that was the thing that sold him.
Man, that's just, I have nothing bad to say about his past band. And
nothing at all. They're my friends.
I never even saw him with Richie Scarlett. My friend Derek Hawkins was playing guitar for Ace the last time.
Short blonde hair?
Yeah.
I remember that.
Derek. Love you, babe.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, no, this obviously isn't a rip on Chris or Scott or Richie at all.
I'm you were talking about, tempos and stuff, and like I said, I always thought that was Ace telling, Scott what the tempos were.
Right.
But, there are nuances and stuff, vocals, guitars that I just think would be really awesome for Kiss fans to hear it live that way, and 3 good guitars can help that, and, the fact that all 3 of us can sing.
Yeah.
That. And usually, all the drummers that we work with also sing also. Brent sang, Christopher sang, and they all sang very well. So you've got 4 strong singers. So even if there's only a 3-part harmony with the lead singer, you get it in stereo, and it just sounds so full. And, 3 guitars tripling a riff. Gene fell in love with that. We a lot of times we would try to stack guitars and arrange them so you got one coming in and another doing something else, and he's like, no, I want all 3 guitars playing the same riff. And after a while of playing with Gene, I understood it's very powerful.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but some of that Kiss stuff, there is 3 guitar tracks on it,
Exactly.
Detroit Rock City,
and there's look, I hang out in a lot of those places where people chatter and stuff, and I know a lot of people got a bug up their ass about 3 guitars, and I've said this in other podcasts, it's not costing you any extra money for the extra guitar player.
Right.
And yes, there's a lot of things it adds, if there's a harmony guitar solo in Christine 16, then you don't have to lose the rhythm guitar that's there. I mean, I know Kiss is different, but Kiss were working within their limitations.
Right.
Like a Kiss show, it's a Gene Simmons solo show or an Ace Frehley solo show.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to stay within the Kiss Alive or Alive 2 box.
Right.
You can present it like the studio way. You can put them together, like there's just the presentation for a solo Kiss member show is a lot cooler if you have that option.
Right. Right. Well, and you guys are going to be able to pull that out of your ass again in New Jersey at the New Jersey Kiss Expo for the playing of the Ace Frehley 78 solo record, because that's one thing he says. Like, I laid a lot of guitars on there, so being able to do it with 3 guitar players is going to be awesome.
Yes, actually, so Tony Higbee from the Tom Kiefer band.
He's been on the show. I love Tony.
Right. So he and I did a show, let's see, that was October of 2012. It was called Spades of Ace, and we all dressed up, and we did the 78 album in its entirety. So I've done it once.
Okay.
I know it can be done.
Well,
funny side story is
yeah. Go ahead.
Roger Glover from Deep Purple, kind of friends, and I gave him a ride back to his hotel, and I've got Ace Frehley makeup melting off my face, and I've got him a little drunk in my passenger side, and man, I would fucking kill for some dash cam footage of that.
That's awesome.
But yes,
That's
Ace
great.
Frehley's 78 album, I can't wait to do it with Ace. I mean, that's going to be a surreal moment for me, just like the audience. I mean, because if I weren't playing it with him, man, I'd be paying money like everybody else to hear that.
Yeah, dude. And well, now you actually get to do it with Ace. Kind of brings it up on a whole different level.
That's what I mean, man. Like,
Fuck.
So if you watch any footage later and you look at my face and I'm just kind of looking at Ace in amazement, it's just because I'm also part of the audience.
Yeah, you're a fan, man. It's great. Look, man, I'm so fucking happy for you guys. Obviously when I heard you got the Gene gig, it's like, yeah, my boys. And then now, did it feel any different getting the Ace gig as opposed from getting the Gene gig? Was there like, oh my God?
Well, a little bit, yes, because, we'd already had a little bit of attention from Gene. So, the people that were paying attention thought that we were pretty good. And, like the news that happened was a little bigger than when Gene, just started doing solo shows. And,
right.
The fact that Ace, had a situation with his former band and hiring us, which made for more press, gave us a little more scrutiny. I know a lot of people aren't happy about it that follow that lineup, and that's fair enough.
Right.
I definitely understand band loyalty, and I totally get it, and I don't fault any of those people that are upset about it.
Well, I guess kind of what I was going with is just as a Kiss fan, did it feel any different from going from Gene asking you to ending up with Ace?
Yeah, because I played with half of the original Kiss. Like, I just couldn't have foreseen that.
Right.
It's like surreal and shocking and awesome because, they're really cool to us. And I mean, it's like Gene Simmons and Ace Frehley know who I am. Holy shit. I'm just kind of casual and friendly and stuff now. And, you can send like stupid texts and stuff with emoticons and shit. I'm sorry, Gene. I'm sorry, Ace, but they both send emoticons.
Oh, that is hilarious.
It is. It's absolutely.
Oh my
hilarious.
God. Well, I mean, just being me, when I was interviewing Ace last weekend, he kept saying Izzy. It's like, well, Izzy. It's like, oh my God, he's saying my name.
Oh my God, he knows my name.
And then at the end, he's like, well, I'm only an hour and a half away from LA. We can do it. I'm like, keep in touch. I'm like, well, I'll come down there. He's like, okay, keep in touch. Even though I know I'm never going to keep in touch with Ace Frehley, but it's like it made me feel good.
No, he's great, man. He's like, hugs when he walks in the room and hugs when he leaves the room. He's a warm dude.
That's great, man. Well, Jeremy, dude, I'm so fucking happy for you. And thank you for coming on. I know you're out a babysitter this evening. And
actually, I did get a babysitter.
Oh!
That's why the thing went down.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, dude, thank you so much for coming on. And if those guys weren't traveling, they would have crashed. And
what's really funny is Philip and Ryan are actually in L.A. right now.
No, they flew back already.
They're hanging out, and they're way too busy to talk to you right now, and I'm pretty sure.
Now, well, they said they're flying back today.
Oh, maybe they are.
Yeah, or else they would have crashed the party.
I just figured they were way too busy.
Yeah, well, I didn't get to see him at all. You know, dude, we're only 10 minutes away from where you live. That's close. It's like, awesome. Well, I hope I get to see you guys. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Those guys had a good time. I mean,
they had a Kiss-related event yesterday.
Sure did.
Yesterday. So I don't know what it was, but whatever. But that's awesome, man. But honestly, man, I'm so happy for you. It's as a friend and as a Kiss fan, it's just fucking congratulations.
You know, like this is a humble experience for all of us, and you know, just the fact that the three of us are friends because of Kiss. I could get into those stories and how they happened, but it's like best friends united under Kiss.
Right.
Start playing with half of Kiss, man. It's ridiculous, and I feel so grateful that, you know, it was me, and I get to do it with my best friends. It's so fun.
That's the best part. It's not like you were hired and then somebody else was hired. It's like it's like you guys are friends. It's like boom.
I just that was where like Gene found lightning in a bottle. Like he struck gold because he didn't just find a bunch of dudes to play music. He found a bunch of guys who love and respect each other and fucking love Kiss and like have, you know, their best interests musically at heart, and it's just perfect. I just couldn't be more grateful.
Yeah. Well, you know, and the best part too is like, I mean, it's not like you guys are like one of these tribute bands out there and then, you know, just fucking doing the makeup every night and all that shit. It's like, dude, you're just fans and happen to be in a band together.
Just once a year.
Yeah, once a year. Oh, are you guys doing that? I know you got postponed. Is it off?
Canceled, and the day that was booked, we have to. That's when we're going to the Kiss Expo.
Oh, gotcha. So,
and you know, I guess I can go on record a little bit here. I don't know, man. It's just kind of
weird now.
Point, yeah. You know, like, you know, Philip and I asked ourselves, we're not under the radar anymore. Are we too in? Is this kind of silly for you and I to be doing a Kiss tribute band when we play with Gene and Ace? And, you know, we both kind of felt like that. And that wasn't the sole reason we canceled this year, but that's probably the reason we're not going to reschedule.
Well, you know how you fix that? You do it without makeup and just do it as a big jam, a Kiss jam.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. And then fly out in Izzy.
Okay, noted.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. I got to get. I have to play this Ace Frehley interview from last week. But thank you again, and please keep in touch. I know we randomly text bullshit now and then, so but I love you, man. It's awesome.
Love you, man. Thanks for having me on.
Anytime, man. Anytime. All right, we'll talk to you soon.
All right, see you, Iz.
Bye. There we go, Jeremy Asbrock from the Ace Frehley Band, and I guess also the Gene Simmons Band and the Rock and Roll Residency. Check those guys out, and check them out in Jersey at the New Jersey Kiss Expo with Ace Frehley doing the entire 78 solo record. And boom, that's going to be freaking great, man. That is going to be awesome. Have fun. And right after this short little break, my entire Ace Frehley interview from the Monsters of Rock radio show last Wednesday.
Hey ladies, Sass Pants Designs will take that rock shirt that everyone has and make it your own in a flattering, sassy, and simple way. There are one-of-a-kind tank tops, lace-up tees, and tube top dresses already in stock. Check out the online store at sasspantsdesigns.com and like Sass Pants Designs on Facebook for special offers and custom orders. That's sasspantsdesigns.com, sasspantsdesigns.com. Sass Pants will make you the envy of the party.
Rockwood Saloon Authentic Apparel takes rock and roll fashion to a new level with their tees and tanks for men and women. They also make custom shirts, jackets, vests, pants, hoodies, beanies, and more. The Rockwood Graphics Department can design anything from your logo, t-shirt design, promo posters, band swag, and printed at great prices. From tour shirts and custom stage gear to killer threads for the street to the stage, Rockwood Saloon has it all. Rockwood Saloon, authentic rock and roll apparel for stage and street. World tour tested for quality, comfort, style, and durability. Check them out at www.rockwoodsaloon.com. That's rockwoodsaloon.com.
Retro Arcade brings Minnesota and surrounding areas arcade games from the days gone by. All of those great games from pizza joints and arcades are available in cocktail units and custom machines. Dozens of favorites from your youth in one machine to complete your game room or man cave. Retro Arcade also sells and services your favorite pinball machines. Find them at facebook.com/80arcade. That's facebook.com/80arcade. Retro Arcade. Your youth is just one click away.
RockstarLeatherworks.com is your home for badass rock and roll gear. Featuring 100% handmade leather bands, watches, cuffs, bracelets, and more, Rockstar Leatherworks has something for everybody. Whether you are going to the show or you are in it, you can find something to fit your needs. Choose from a variety of designs or create your own masterpiece. Their bands and watches are second to none. They also ship internationally. Who needs a stage to be a rock star? Check out RockstarLeatherworks.com.
Hi, this is Gilbert Gottfried, and you're listening to another effing podcast. Who's coming up with these podcasts? Does anybody care? No, I don't. Go fuck yourself. Yes, Affleck. Choose.
All right, everybody, it is the Monsters of Rock. Izzy Presley here, and as promised, on the phone line, a man that I've been wanting to interview since I was 4 years old. The reason I started playing guitar, my hero, Ace Frehley. Welcome to the Monsters of Rock, Mr. Frehley.
Thank you, Izzy. I didn't realize you were really into rock and roll at age 4.
I was. Mom brought me up on Elvis and all that stuff, and then December 24th, 1976, Destroyer showed up underneath the Christmas tree, and it changed my life forever. I was warped forever, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I've heard that story before, but Destroyer was a good record, and I'm glad it was the beginning of your rock and roll career, and so on and so forth.
Before we get rolling into the record, I mean, obviously the big news is you have a brand new band, and ironically, it's good friends of mine. I'm friends with Chris and Scott, and then all of a sudden, bam, my buddies in Gene's band show up, and it's like, boom, they're in Ace's band. Kind of explain kind of what happened there.
I stole them. Yeah, I mean, they were opening when Gene invited me to go on tour with him to Australia. You know, I asked him if I could use his band to open for me because it would save me the large expense of flying in my whole band and crew. You know, So he said absolutely, and then we got along famously, and the shows went great. You know, I opened for Gene, then he came out and did an hour and 45 minutes. I had to hang out for an hour and a half, and then he brought me back on at the end of the show to do Rock and Roll Night and Deuce, you know, and that brought down the house.
Yeah. How long into that run after Gene kind of fell off the bill and it was just you and those guys before you realized that, you know what, I want to use these guys?
Well, yeah, Gene was supposed to go to Japan but canceled, so I ended up going to Japan with his band, and we just knocked them dead in Tokyo. It was so much fun. You know, we were doing 2 shows a night, and I was a little concerned that, you know, I'd be able to pull that off, 2 70-minute shows. But I actually had a great time, and I think part of it had to do with how well these guys play and sing.
Right.
You know, everybody in the band's the lead singer.
Mm-hmm.
So we can do 3 or 4 part harmony. in a way, it reminds me of the way Kiss was in the beginning. You had 4 lead singers.
Yeah.
So, and they're terrific musicians, easy to get along with. And to me, it was just the next logical step for me to go, because I was having problems with one of the members of my band. And I'm not going to mention any names, but
it's respectable.
It was only a matter of time. So I figured, sooner than later.
Right. And the one thing that I noticed, I was watching some of the videos from that Japan tour. It's like you were playing the songs a little bit faster. The thing I noticed over the last few years, it's been really, really fucking slow. And now it's kind of getting back up to speed again.
You just gave the hint away.
Oh my God. So that's
what
why
happens.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it was nice to hear all the songs back up to speed again. And I was talking with Jeremy a little bit. And he's like, God, we were doing Cold Gin in Osaka, and it was like the Alive 1 extended version, and Ace sounded like on Alive 1, and I was just geeking out.
I'll tell you what song really got me, because I've been doing 2000 Man on and off for the last several years with my band, but they really never nailed the harmonies.
Right.
Because there's some great harmonies on my version of 2000 Man, the cover I did of the Stones.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember performing it in Tokyo opening night, and all of a sudden I'm hearing this great harmony on both sides of the stage, and I'm saying, wow, I haven't heard this since I performed it with Paul and Jane.
Yeah. How did you come across 2000 Man? I know you're an old school music guy, and I heard that you don't even listen to new music. You just listen to the old shit. And I know, like, a lot of the covers that you've done, you haven't wanted to do. And but 2000 Man is one of those
2000 Man is old shit.
It is. It is.
It's from Satanic Majesty's Request, which was that was the Stones' follow-up to Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's
you got to do your homework on this stuff now, Izzy.
Oh, trust me, I've heard the Stones version. I just didn't. I was just kind of wondering if that was one of those things that stuck in your head.
Well, I put a big twist on it.
Yes, you
I
did.
Didn't put anything like the Stones.
Yes, you did. And that song is always in my. I actually have an Ace Frehley tribute band called ACK, and that's always in the set.
That's a first,
right?
You know what ACK is short for? Acronym.
That is wild and weird stuff.
Actually, I read that on the internet.
Oh, so it's got to be true, right? It's got to be true. Yeah, one of the things
not true.
Well, it's got on the internet, so it has to be true, right?
Yeah.
One of the things that we do in the band is like we do a lot of the non-makeup stuff, and that's one of the things that I've noticed you've kind of gone away from over the years too, from the Frehley's Comet and the Trouble Walking record and stuff like that. Is there a reason you haven't?
I'm going to try to do a couple of those on the Kiss cruise.
Nice.
I think we're going to try to revive Save Your Love, and everybody has been demanding Dark Light for years,
right?
So I'm actually flying in a day early and going to a rehearsal studio with the guys in Miami, the day before we get on the boat, so we can, perform those to the best of our ability.
And you got to watch out for those guys. They have tricks on how to get you to play songs that you might have forgotten about. So just be careful. I know their tricks. I'm not going to give them away, but I know them. I'm sure Gene has told you about them. But
he hasn't said much. He just, he's just happy that I'm using them because, he just thinks they're a better band for me to work with.
Yeah, and like I said,
he's kind of taken me under his wing, so to speak, and he's looking out for my best interests.
That's awesome, man. And I know you guys kind of, you guys reconnected, and he played on the new record. But you guys did that show in St. Paul a year ago. Is this kind of how it all grew?
I don't know. It's just like the planets are aligning. That's all. I don't know how else to put it. I was just talking to my I was just talking to my publicist, Bill Mize, and I said, Bill, you know, everything just seems to be going my way lately, and I feel like the planets are aligning, and I'm in for bigger and better things, and you know, one day at a time. I'm just going with it. The flow. I'm going with the flow.
That's all you can really do. I did see something that you're going to be doing the 78 solo record front to back at a New Jersey Kiss Expo or something like that.
Yeah, I heard that, even though it wasn't my idea. I just got a phone call saying, you got to do that. And luckily, I can easily do it with this band.
Right, right. It was probably
they got the chops, and we have 3 guitar players instead of 2, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A lot of that album, I overdubbed a lot of extra guitars, so we'll be able to do that in New Jersey. I think it's 10 days before Christmas.
Nice, and you know what? It might have been them. It might have been one of their tricks.
That's okay. It's a good trick.
Right? Exactly.
Not a cheap trick. No pun intended.
So the new record comes out on Friday. I want to thank you for picking my birthday for the new record to come out. It makes me feel very honored. It's called Spaceman.
You're not the first person to say that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to take pride.
Go figure.
I'm just going to take pride in the fact.
Have you heard the record yet?
I have, and I really like it. Your playing is fucking amazing.
Thank you so much. One of my favorite songs is the Eddie Money cover.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Song that you've loved for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a big fan of Eddie Money. I remember seeing him play a 200-seat club when his first album came out. And then subsequently he had the huge hit, 2 Tickets to Paradise, and his career was off.
Yeah. And I thought you did a great job on it.
Thank you. Pretty much Eddie's version is keyboards and sax.
Uh-huh.
And I pretty much eliminated the keyboards and sax and just layered a lot of guitars.
Well, that's sometimes, that's one thing that I love about your covers is you kind of reinvent them and really make them your own.
Somebody told me I acify them.
People can look at this, just look at the song titles on the new record, like I Want to Go Back and Rockin' with the Boys and Without You, I'm Nothing. And kind of Kiss Geeks might be able to, or might read into it a little bit too far, thinking that, oh my God, he's saying he wants to go back to Kiss.
Well, I don't hear that. I just, a lot of people are comparing this album to my 78 solo album. And, then some people are saying, well, a lot of the songs are autobiographical. I identified with the I Want to Go Back because I looked at that video, mm-hmm. and it reminded me of when, I did a piece with the Village Voice a couple of years ago, and they made me go back up to the Bronx and show my old high school, so on and so forth, places I used to hang out in. And then I saw that video, and I said, wow, what a great video. And not only that, I mean, the song is brilliant, and the lyrics and the melody are wonderful. So I just said, I got to do that song.
Yeah, that's great. It's great. And I know we got to wrap up here pretty quick, because I know you're on this press junket fun times. But one thing I did want to touch on, and I know that...
They'll just tell me we're fine.
I hope we're fine.
Trying to get rid of me.
Oh, God, no. God, no. Look, shit, if I had the time, I would keep you on here for 3 hours. But
10 minutes you got.
10 minutes.
You got another 10 minutes.
You got another 10 minutes. All right, cool. Okay. But next time you're in LA, we got to get you in studio so we can do a nice long form sit down. I
was just there.
I know. I was at the MI thing. I was the dork in the 80s Ace Frehley replica stage jacket that asked about selling guitars.
Okay.
Yeah. I made a Chris Wise joke, and you're like, you kind of look like Chris. And I'm like, oh okay. Kind of threw me for a loop.
Chris is a great guy. You know,
is.
he's working with the Vampires now. He's doing shows with Joe Perry. And he just wishes me the best, you know, which is the way it should be from everybody.
Yeah, actually, Chris has played with my Ace Frehley tribute band. It was fun. He's
excellent.
He's a great dude. But I mean, obviously, you know, Kiss is going on their big end of the road tour, and if Gene and Paul come out and say, like, look, this is the band, you know, it's Tommy and Eric, this is the band, but they came to you and said, look, I mean, would you be opposed to opening the tour? Would that be something that you'd be interested in, or would that be like a slap in the face?
I would not open the tour.
Okay.
You can tell them I said that. And I'm sure they're going to hear it.
All right, cool. I guess, I don't know. I mean, that's something that Kiss Geeks talk about.
If I can't regain my throne, I'm not going to be there.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And that is your throne, God damn it.
I invented it.
Yes, you did. I mean, going back to 78, when the solo records came out, I knew they kind of came out as a you and Peter wanted to leave, and they said, no, stay, we'll do solo records, yada, yada, yada. Did the solo records, this is going to have to be the last question, unfortunately.
Necessitate my leaving?
Not necessarily that. Did the solo records kind of cause a bigger jar or a bigger cut in the band?
You mean the word you're looking for is rift?
Yes, that too. Thank you. A bigger rift.
I usually can't remember those kinds of words, but for some reason I did.
Obviously, I can't either.
Well, what happened is when I went in the studio with Eddie Kramer alone, just me, Eddie, and Anton Fig, it was very obvious to me I was more creative away from Paul and Gene and Peter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes you got too many chefs in the kitchen, and it was kind of the beginning of the end because I saw myself, you know, eventually leaving Kiss and going out on my own and putting a band together.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately, when I made that decision, I forgot that I was drunk and a drug addict. So everything didn't work out as planned. But, you know, somehow, some way I got out of that. And, you know, now I'm 12 years sober and everything seems to be going my way.
And you're off the sugars and grains.
Okay.
Well, you're on that low carb diet, man. You're thin now. I love it. It's just great to see.
I dropped 30 pounds.
Yeah, I love it, man. You're healthy. And I guess kind of where I was going to with the question is, like, did the solo records cause any jealousy between the members? I mean, 'cause I know you were on the wall of the Madison Square Garden for years. It was just you. It wasn't the band. Was there like a competition and jealousy between the guys at the time?
You know, those guys never acknowledged that my album did the best. And if you ask Gene today, he'll still say that his album sold more.
That's what it says on Wikipedia, ironically.
Look, you know Gene's ego.
Yes.
You know Paul's ego.
Yes, absolutely.
Peter has a pretty big ego himself. So, I mean, you know, we never talked about it, to be honest with you. From my memory, you know. But I don't remember discussing it. It was just we all did it, and then we tried to move on, you know. And
Gotcha.
But I think they were very much aware of the fact that I was going to want to have more songs on records in the future, which I did. And they were realizing, you know, that I'm somebody that they must respect more and let me just, you know, do my thing.
Well, you did a great thing, and just thank you.
I did a great thing. Huh?
You did a great thing. The whole career, you did a great thing. And as
what thing was that?
Everything. It was everything. You made a great solo record. You've had a great career. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I mean, what else can you say, dude? And as a fan, I just want to say thank you. I know you've heard that 10 billion times, but thank you for coming on the Monsters of Rock. And like I said, next time you're in LA, let's sit down and do this face to face.
All right, sounds like a plan. Thank you, Izzy. I'm glad you like the record, and I'm just hoping when it hits the street in 2 days, the fans feel the same way.
I hope so, too, and I'm going to do my goddamn bestest to make sure.
All right, well, I live in Rancho Santa Fe, so I'm only an hour and 45 minutes from you.
I know. I'll make the drive. Just say the word.
Okay.
All right, Ace,
we'll
dude.
Keep in touch.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it.
Thanks
All right, have a
me
great
on the
day.
show.
Anytime.
All right.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
There you go. Ace Frehley from the Monsters of Rock morning show last Wednesday. The entire uncut interview. Thank you, Monsters of Rock, for letting me replay that here on another effing podcast. My hero. Big thanks to Jeremy Asbrock from the Ace Frehley Band and the Gene Simmons Band and the Rock and Roll Residency. Hey, Ronald, how's it going, man? Unfortunately, that was not live, so I cannot say, hey, Ace. Hey from Saskatchewan, but another Canadian. I love my Canadian listeners. Make sure you check out Beater Amplification. That's 2 E's, Beeter. If you're a guitar player, balls out, amazing frickin' amps. BeaterAmplification.com. Check out John Palumbo Design. You need shit designed. You need a new a logo, a band logo, any kind of logos, a website, all that shit. Hit up John Palumbo Design, and also please support A&P Productions Laser Engraving, aplasers.com for all your laser engraving. He can even frickin' laser engrave hot dog buns now. It's insane. See you on Monday for a drunken summit with Johnny Martin and Ace Von Johnson, LA Guns, and Faster Pussycat. And we'll see you then. Love you guys. And don't forget, what I lack in talent, I make up for in cock. It's another effing podcast.